Hey, how you doing? Baby, what you trying to get into? No, that's not the words. It's baby, what you getting into? Anyway, I messed up those words. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's an old Jaheim song, so like most of you probably don't even know who that even is. And of course, I forgot to mute this. Of course, you're the first one on here. That's not surprising anymore. Hey, what's good? So tomorrow, no, I'm not even gonna say tomorrow. I'm gonna say Thursday. Hopefully, I'll have some more content out here for you guys. What? Eating myself because it's not working. Your PC isn't working. Oh, okay. Um. So the title. I should have should have changed that title because I didn't want to make that like one of the. Anyway, so I revisited a couple of the other performances, like the ones that I reviewed the last time. I revisited some of them, and the only thing that I really disliked were the outfits. Have you seen the Havana video? It's terrible. No, I haven't. I barely even listened to the song. Now, I did see one of Camila's performances. I think it was a BBC one, Radio One, or whatever it's called. She performed on there. It wasn't actually that bad. She wasn't bad. You know, she held together some of the choreography, and her vocals were cute. So I'm gonna let that one. That one was good. I was feeling it. I was like, okay. The song itself is not bad. The song itself is not bad. It's just her. Like I'm not like the biggest fan of her. I've never been the biggest fan of her, honestly. Well, at one point when I first started listening to Fifth Harmony, but like it quickly died right after that, and it has nothing to do with her as a person. No, I'm just not crazy about her voice. I'm just not crazy about her voice at all. She I don't know. It's just me, and it has nothing to do with anybody else. It has nothing to do with her. It's just her voice. I'm not a fan of it, and that's like the deciding factor in everything. I'm not gonna follow someone closely like that if I'm not really a big fan of theirs. I try, and I don't even have Havana. I listen to it though on occasion, and sometimes it comes up in the Spotify or whatever. But I mean, it is what it is. I feel the same about her voice, which is why I never listened to them before. Ooh, all right, Princess Pink. All right now. Every single time I see your name, Winx Harmonize, I start thinking about that Winx Club show. Ugh, that show was irritating sometimes. Like it was okay in the beginning, but then it quickly became more and more like childish, and so I couldn't get past like the second. And then they brought Layla slash Aisha in there, and I was like, okay, they got a black fairy now, but after that, it was like whatever. That wasn't the show for me. I liked Witch though. Witch was a good show. Sorry, I'm late. You're not late. We literally just started, and we haven't even really touched on what we're going to talk about yet. I am waiting until a couple more people come on to do that. I heard my phone. Where's it at? Oh, I don't want y'all seeing my boobs. I'm kidding. No. I'm a mess. Why do I follow? Um, oh, because I met him actually. Tyler Oakley. He came to Penn State one time, and I got to meet him out after the event that he had. I forgot what happened to him. My phone was dead, and my friend took the picture and never sent it to me. Then I'm kind of over it. Um, I hope no one flags down my video. Oh, the ones that you. I need to look at Fifth Harmony Art's new videos. Like I have yet. What the hell is going on? Oh, the field is not. Shit. This is irritating already. Having issues. Okay. Oh. Okay. So again, I revisited the TIDAL performance, and I have to say, it actually was not that bad. The only thing that I really disliked were the outfits and the what is it called? The why am I drawing a blank? Oh my god, that's like almost never happened before. The timing of everything was also very bad, especially in Angel. And I just want to get on that. Angel is a song like unlike any other song that they've ever done. Granted, oh my god, guys, stop it with the Camila hate. Calm down. I mean, it's not that serious. Anyway, so they have never done a song like Angel before. And so the only person who's really had experience with that kind of a flow is Normani, because she's done the rapping and she's had parts like Destiny said it, you gotta get up and get it, get man independent, but don't you ever forget it. Okay, but the thing is, it's like Dinah definitely did well on the Angel. Like her ad libs were on point, and then that grunt that she did, I was like, okay, I was feeling her at the end, and she held herself together. It's just the energy wasn't where it was when they first performed Angel, when they went on tour, and I did that review. I did say, granted, it wasn't that great vocally, but it was still good with the energy, because the amount of energy you got to put into that song, I mean, it's a lot. And wasn't that the first song they performed? I know it wasn't He Like That. I'm guessing it was Angel. I hope it was Angel, because that's the song that needs the most energy, to be honest. And if they're not putting all the energy into that one, then I feel like they're going to kind of fall by the wayside. But it is what it is. Why was that held for review? On anything like that performance on TIDAL. Work from Home was first. See, that was their first issue. Work from Home should never really be first. That should always be the last one they do, because first of all, they know damn well that most people know them for Work from Home. So why not do that one last? One. Two, Angel is definitely a song you want to get everybody hyped up, because you pump up the crowd. That why in the world He Like That obviously would be. Why would they do He Like That last? What is that? Did they do He Like That last? Because I watched them out of sequence. What did you think about the Don't Say You Love Me performance on DRL vocally? Vocally, I mean, it was all right. It was all right. Could have been a little bit better. Lauren sounded like she was straining a little bit too much, and Allie has been screaming since they started this tour, so I'm kind of over that. Normani did pretty well, and I even like that she did her little ad lib. I need a little bit more. I like that she did that, but I don't know. It could have been a little bit better. It seemed like it was just a little sloppy. Work from Home is so boring without Camila. Sorry, not sorry. Well, because she covered most of that stuff on her own. I mean, like she to be honest, like Camila was the one who kind of made the song, and I hate to say that, but I said that before. I was like, please don't allow the Work from Home to be like Camila's song, and basically for Camila to make it what it was. But she kind of did make it what it was, especially her part at the end. I feel like You know, if they're gonna go for it, go for it. Which Dinah tried to do it, but I feel like I don't know that it should have been a little bit more strategically placed. Granted, Camila is usually all over the place as well, um, but I don't know. Yeah, that Sledgehammer is a good example of a song that they do well without her, because Dinah, she really showed herself out on that song Sledgehammer. She took Camila's part and completely took it to another level. But in Work From Home, her ad libs are not really in. Oh yeah, that's right. Down. I forgot Down. I don't know how. See, that's how forgettable that song is to me. I really don't even think about Down. Half the time, I don't think about Down when I think about their subtitled album. It's like that song never even happened in my mind. But it is what it is. I mean, I'm gonna keep it honest. I really can't stand Down that much. Um, so Down was last. All right, I guess. All right. But yeah, Dinah's ad libs in Work From Home that she puts at the end now, they're kind of out of place. It's like she wants to do more, but it doesn't work, and maybe I don't know. And then in Tidal, it was definitely not that great. Like she was literally just all over the place. I felt like I was listening to Camila again. But at least the one thing I can say is that Camila, she got, you know, we got used to hearing it so much that it was like it was the norm. And obviously people still listen to the original track because that's the only version of the song that there is. And then when you have Camila all up and through it, people are more used to hearing it. Maybe if Dinah had some more parts other than oh yeah, if she had more parts than that in that song, maybe, but like even then, I mean, I don't know. Um, but going back to Angel, you know, again, Normani is one of the only people who had like real like experience singing songs like this, or rather singing in that kind of a style, in that kind of a format, because she has had her rapping parts and her like more faster paced parts in their other songs. The biggest issue with her ad libs on top of Ty Dolla Sign though is one of the highlights. It is. I will say that. Right. Okay, so the one issue that I had with Angel, and the thing is, Angel is one of my favorite songs on there, and it's one of my favorite songs that they perform. But timing was the biggest issue. The timing was the biggest issue, and especially the timing when it comes to Lauren and Allie. You know, they got left behind, but the band was gone. The band was in the pocket. And that's the thing about the song, is that with Angel, it's a fast-paced song, and you have to make sure that you are in the pocket, like on and on and on. Like you can't like sit up there and think that you're gonna like skirt around. No. You have to be in the pocket at all times. Otherwise, the song falls apart a little bit and it sounds a little sloppy. Like you can't be behind, like I don't know. You can't be behind the music, and that's what was happening with Lauren. That's what would happen. Definitely with Allie, it was happening. She was getting left behind by that daggone music. Her verse is really crucial for the whole thing. Anyway, her verse is really crucial for keeping that energy going. And when you're behind, it kind of just it I don't know. It kind of makes it harder for people to get into it when you're not on point. And then even in a little bit in the beginning with Normani, I mean, you got to keep it going. Like it's a duh, 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 duh. We was on the moon, nothing serious. Never really paid it no mind. Dropped the bed, tried to pay attention. Should have never kept your word. Wouldn't have a reason to keep mine. You were too inconsistent. Should have never lied. You have to really make sure that you're like in the pocket with that. And even with the should have never crossed that line. Everything's cool, drinking with you. Way too young to be a parent, cause I'm trying to spend my life on the floor with you. Gotta keep it all 100 with you. The original me when I fuck with you. And I was beginning to fuck with you. Like, you know, granted, they did other songs before that. Like, one song I think came before that. But, like, it needed to be a little bit more. I thought it was Dinah. No, Dinah. No, no. Normani does the part good, but she does have again that pitch, that tone issue. She still has the tone issue because even when she did that one, she had a good run. Um, but she went off with the like she should have she went like I don't know, she went kind of a little flat and then she picked it back up, but you can still tell, but you know, again, she does do her part the best out of the whole song. But and again, it's like you really have to keep up with them because it was a shame that the daggone guitar player, she was killing it at the end, especially. She was definitely killing it, and she stole the show for me anyway. She stole the show. She overshadowed all the girls. I wasn't even looking at them when she stepped down. She's like, down. I said, yes, get it. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if they started putting a little bit more into that performance, and also the choreo, that dance break, I'm glad they didn't really show it. You know, they were showing the band mostly during that part. Like they weren't really showing them girls up there. I didn't know what that was going on. And that lean, I'm just like, the lean would be cool if they actually had some other moves besides jumping up and down and doing air guitar and headbanging the whole time. I mean, I don't really know what to do. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. But that part of it needs to change. The song is really good. They just need to do something more with it. Is all I need. Is all I need. All that song needs is just a little bit more with the production, and it will probably be one of their best songs to perform on stage. I feel like they need to be performing that song more than Down and more than He Like That. That song goes so hard, and when they add those like rock influences and stuff, Angel doesn't need choreo, only during the instrumental. Okay, I can see that, David. I can see that. I can see maybe only have the choreography during the instrumental because again, the song is very fast paced, and especially with their parts, they need to keep it in the pocket. I feel like it would be best that they vibe. Yes, that they vibe during the verses. That's good. That's a good point. That is actually profound. I like that. I agree with you. Make You Mad could have done some cheer. I feel like they've done cheer choreo enough. They've done it enough. Boss and what's the other song they had it? Uh, Big Bad, what is it? Big Bad Wolf, and also there was like a couple other songs that they had it too. Sugar Mama, I think, had it at one point. I don't know. There's a few songs that they've had like chair choreography, and I feel like that's no. Um, it was Sugar Mama. That's what I thought. Um, I will say that Camila's parts in Sugar Mama were actually not that bad, although I hated the way that she started the song. Oh, you know that I want it. I can tell you love me as you leave. But it is what it is. Big Bad Wolf is one of their best songs to perform live, and I think it's because of the chair choreo. It's true, but it works for that song. Have you seen a Havana music video? No, I have not. I have not seen the Havana music video. I barely even listen to the song. I don't even know any words except for Havana, na, na. That's all I know. Na, 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 na. That's it. Oh no. Is Beyonce collaborating with Cardi B? Who knows anything about that? I feel like that's not. Mm-mm. Come on. I mean, B knows how to capitalize on her daggone wealth, though. She knows that she's the upcoming, new hot rapper. So she's going to put her on the track. But I feel like she should have waited a little bit until she's had a little bit of longevity. I mean, Cardi literally has one single that went number one. It's great, but she hasn't really generated a lot of, she hasn't generated longevity yet. At least at the point in time when Beyonce did Nicki Minaj a favor, she had already had her career going strong for about 5 years. So anyway, I feel like they should do like Little Mix and not dance during the verses. Okay, Little Mix does do a little dancing during the verses, Granted, it's usually whoever's in the background doing it. But I think Normani has she has the best kind of strategy with it. You know, you notice the last few times that whenever she sings, she's stationary. She doesn't really move much, except for like her head and her upper body a little bit, and maybe a little bit of the body, but she doesn't really, you know, give us too much with the crazy moves and stuff while she's singing. So, anyway. Each one, no matter what, G-Eazy is really popular. I don't know. Yeah. Have you seen Demi Lovato Tell Me You Love Me live? No, I have not. I actually haven't even heard the song yet. I want to listen to it. I've liked what she's come out with the past few songs that she had. Dinah needs to take notes on Lonely Night. No need to headbang with all your might. I love how that rhymes. Stop it. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. Lonely Night needs to never be performed until they get it right. I feel like they should just leave that out until, because that's my favorite song on the album, and I need for them to get it correct and together before they put that in the show again. Like, grab one of your old songs and perform it and replace Lonely Night. I don't know. No way. Replace Lonely Night with something that has no choreography and anything until you guys get it right. I mean, they need to do that. But anyway, it is what it is. But I revisited the TIDAL performance, and there was some good moments on there. Should do a reaction to Demi's album. No, ma'am. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to do that. I have some other things that I have to look at first. I mean, people have been asking me for more Little Mix for the past few weeks, honestly, because it's been a long time since I did Little Mix. The last thing I looked at was Black Magic on Summertime Ball. So did you hear the snippet of Tyrant? No, I'm not. I'm gonna wait until it comes out because I'm not really pressed for that. I mean, I'm not at all. I haven't even listened to Por Favor yet. I haven't. I've been busy with my own shit. But yeah, again, Angel was about timing, because even the song that I did, like I said, the song that I wrote that was like kind of similar to Angel in a way, I had issues in the studio. Like, one part I got left behind by the music. I'm like, oh wait, no, run that back. I had to do it over, because songs like that, like, usually I would never even put a song down like that, like trappy and stuff. I like songs like that, but I never used to sing it. So it was definitely different trying to get into it, but I like how it came out. Anyway, can't wait to share it. My mom is really strict about it. She's like, don't you dare. She said, don't you dare put anything on there. I teased a little bit. But you're not going to hear the actual song. Imagine Lonely Night as a partition kind of performance. Yes. I see that too. I can definitely see it. I love explicit till sod. What do you mean? What about this is explicit? Hey! I forgot how to say your name now. I said it right the first time. Saren? I said it right, and you said that I said it right, but I forgot how I said it now. That was like a week or so ago, or 2 weeks ago. The curse. I can't, look, my mom be watching my videos now, so I have to be really careful about the language that I use on here. It don't come around a lot. The curse, it's not everything. Calm down. Cursing is not everything. I literally go through my entire day without cursing. Entire day. It happens once in a while, unless I'm turned up. like I'm gonna be this weekend. Like I'm so ready for this weekend. Oh, guys, seriously, I'm going to this party. I'm about to dress up as like a like an urban kind of sorcerer situation. So I'm gonna have ripped up like jeans, like ripped up black jeans with some like boots that go up to like mid like calf, and I don't know. I'm like putting it together now because I'm using part of my outfit. I was gonna do Wiccan from the Young Avengers, and I was putting that costume together for next year's Comic Con, so that's gonna happen. But I decided to use parts from the outfit that I already made in order to do this party this weekend. Oh, so I'm like ready for it. I already have like I already have my like rock, like the cane, the staff. I mean, that I'm gonna use. It's like a scepter sort of situation. It's either that or like a I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'm probably not gonna be able to take it anywhere with me anyway. 'Cause you're not gonna allow me to walk in there with some big wooden stick. Um, but yeah, I'm ready for that. I'm gonna turn up, and I'm staying in New York for. It's just I think we're just staying for one night because like obviously after we turn, we're not gonna want to go. We can't. None of us want to actually be the designated driver, so we're not coming back until the next morning. Like Lauren, she curses too much, but it fits her. But I don't think that cursing fits me, honestly. I'm not the type of person to curse a lot. I don't. Like it comes up sometimes, and I'm gonna be Normani for Halloween. What the hell? How? Where? Like what? Okay. What are you gonna? What era? What era of Normani are you going to be? Is it gonna be like um, PCA Normani? Because that outfit was hot. Can Normani outdo her costume from last year? It's gonna be hard. She should be oh, I would want her to be like some like really like a black woman in music. Like a really like oh, I'm trying to think. Like maybe Donna Summer or something, or um I don't know, like someone like really. Oh yes, S10 Entertainment signed Normani as a solo artist, um, and I don't know. See, I made a comment because you know the trash behind media on YouTube. They are going, oh Lord. I mean, freaking clever. They always like to report on Fifth Harmony, but they don't ever like. They be starting shit. Them, and freaking definitely Holly Scoop. They always start a mess on there, and I get so sick of it. Is there water in here? Yes. I don't know how old that is. That's gross. Or Scary Spice. No, let's stick with African Americans. I'm just saying. Um, Wendy Williams went in on Normani. Wendy Williams? What was Wendy Williams? When was this? Listen, look, if Wendell has something to say about Queen Normani, I'm going to have some words for her. What? No, before we even get on Normani's solo signing, what did Wendy Williams say? Because I just canceled her. I just canceled her again last week. She said 5H is losing a member. I mean, I won't take away from what she has and what she's worked hard for, but she needs to stop being messy. I mean, a lot of people are sitting up here, and this is the thing, this is what I commented, okay? So she signed with management on the side of Fifth Harmony, okay? And she signed with S10 Entertainment. I've never heard of them before, but I guess, you know, if she's working with them, fine. See, I can't. All of this time that she didn't say anything about Normani, even when she was on Dance with the Stars, being shady as hell, talking, because like people had say, because even like her like assistant Norman, even he had mentioned Normani Corday, because she's like, oh, that one girl who everybody wants to win, and didn't even have the decency. Oh, S10 is with Rock Nation. Okay, that's good. Isn't Rock Nation under Jay-Z? That's Jay-Z's people. Oh yes. Right? Isn't that what Jay-Z? There's no they were all world. No, they'll never no. Once 5H drops to 3, it's done. But like it's she says she hopes she's not gonna flop like Nicole. Okay. But see the thing is everybody knew that Nicole was a little bit of a snake, and people didn't really care about her without the rest of the group. I mean, people pine for Normani. Okay, people really love Normani, and they love like her personality and everything. So I feel like you know she's gonna do pretty well, and she has a really good work ethic as well. So I feel like she's not gonna even let herself go under. Okay, but I'm just like, okay, why are we making such a big deal out of this? There are so many artists who are in groups or who were once part of groups that had solo management. I mean, Camila, yes, but Camila had already planned to go solo away from the group and leave the group. There are a lot of groups who have multiple companies representing them, each member represented individually. Okay. Um, Yeah, a lot of people made it seem like she was like she's leaving the group. Think about there's this group in South Korea. Their name is Shinhwa. Okay, they came. I don't know if they came out of SM or they came out of one of the older companies over there, and you know they kind of disbanded, but they still do stuff group activities and stuff. And each of them has their own management. But whenever they promote as Shinhwa, they all come together and they all, you know, promote together, even though each one has their own management. You know, they have a management team for the group, and they also have the management team for each individual artist. And I feel like it's necessary now that each of the girls is starting to venture into solo projects. It's necessary to separate the two so that when they come together, they're Fifth Harmony, and when they're separate, they're all Ally Brooke, Dinah Jane, Lauren, and Normani Corday. Like they're all and they're all like they're all like what is it called? They're all like separate. But you know, again, when they come together, they're going to be Fifth Harmony. I feel like people can't really get that concept because people are, and it's mostly harmonizers. It's a lot of harmonizers who are like a little bit paranoid over the fact that they may lose the member because of the fact that she's signing a solo deal. But she's signing with new management. She's not signing to a new label. It would be different if she was signing to a new label because she can only belong to the one label known as Epic. As long as Fifth Harmony as a group is signed to Epic, she can only be signed to Epic. Unless I hate Khalid's voice. Me too. Just saying. Um, Normani dropped the Corday. Okay, well, it is what it is. I don't care. I like Corday though. I like Corday. I like Normani Corday. It like rolls off the tongue. I love it. Normani Corday. Normani Corday. Normani Corday. It's cute. I like it. I wish she kept the Corday. I like the Corday. Um, but it is what it is. It sounds like French. Um, I think it is. Anyway, so I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. What pathway would you want her to go music wise? Honestly, anything that makes her happy and comfortable. You know, I'm not gonna project what I feel like. Obviously, we want R&B from her. We want that like kind of R&B soul, that neo soul, like that Erica Badu kind of India Ari, SZA. Like we want that kind of music for her. But honestly, because of all of the things that she's done with Fifth Harmony, it's kind of like she's become a lot more well-rounded now. Now she can pretty much sing everything, you know. Um, so I don't know. I'm really interested to see what she's going to do. I'm really interested. I would even be okay with hearing some country from her because she definitely handled that what is it called, that X's and O's song. She definitely handled that song well. And so I mean I would listen to anything that she really puts out because I like the sound of her voice. So it is what it is, and I know she's going to give us some like killer choreo and stuff too. um, you know she needs to go and try to set up a payment plan with Miss Laurie and Gibson, because Sean is not going to give her what she needs. She needs somebody who's going to really put in the work for her and really give her something that she can work with, something that's really challenging, because she's everything. Back, yes. Yes, she was looking at all kinds of black girl magic and black excellence and just black. I love her so much. Guys, really seriously. Like I talk about Dinah a lot, but you don't understand. Like I love Normani not just because she's black, but because she is just she's just Normani. It's just everything. That just like there's a lot of things about her that I actually admire and stuff about her. And it's just, I don't know. To me, she's really, really just a good person. From what I see, obviously, I don't know her personally, but hopefully I get to meet her and we can collaborate on something. I would love to create some music with her. That would be great. What direction do you think Dinah will go? Okay, Dinah's gonna be like the Beyonce in a way. Like she's gonna pretty much go everywhere. She's probably gonna do because she has the kind of voice that can go anywhere. She can do some country. Like she sounded good on that Mayday song and on X's and O's, and she sounds great with R&B, with hip hop, with she does good with the rock too. Because when she came in with Angel, I mean, they put a whole bunch of rock influences in. She's like, "Who said I wasn't an angel?" I was like, grunting, and she's just like her voice is just it sounds like it has no limits to it. I mean, obviously we know where her limits are, but when she's really putting in the work and really putting in the energy, she is everything. um I think the choreography is very repetitive recently. Yes, it has been very repetitive. I agree with that. But I feel like Dinah is she's definitely going to be the one who reaches more markets than just one. Out of everybody in Fifth Harmony, to me, I feel like she was the most uh, everyone says country for Ally. Ally could definitely do country, but a lot of people also say that she would be really good on a Broadway stage because she's really good. Like her voice has very dramatic tone and everything, and then she has the range for it too. She has the range to play like a leading lady in like Chicago or something, um, or like Beauty and the Beast or something. Like she could definitely be on one of those big like musical productions on Broadway. Um, so I can see her doing some country, definitely. She's from Texas, definitely, like, and you can hear it and stuff in her voice and stuff. So she could definitely do that. She could definitely go like the Carrie Underwood direction. Although I will say it may be a little difficult because let's be honest, country is not all that accepting of minority groups. I mean, it's difficult for minorities to break into country, even though a lot of country influences came from early jazz and early jazz and rock and roll influences, um, which came from Black people. But we're not going to go there today. We're not going to do it. We're not going to shade. We're not going to drag today. Lauren is a trapping queen. Her voice on trap song. I feel like Lauren could definitely go there. She could definitely do some like trap stuff, but I feel like she would also do a lot of alternative stuff, like Marion Hill, because I feel like that song, like she sounded really good on that song when she was, tell you back to me. I was feeling that song, and I never really listened to Marion Hill before, but I liked Lauren on that song, and I liked when she did the stuff with Halsey. So I feel like she's gonna do like a mixture of like maybe some like trappy kind of music, but then she's also gonna mix it with some alternative pop and stuff. Lauren also has a voice that's really like versatile, and that she could probably sing anything and sound really good. So I mean, I see each of them going off to have pretty good solo careers. They need to really work on their stuff as a group, to me, really, really well. However, I will bring this up, and I'm gonna say this. Destiny's Child was a group that really made it work for them. After they did Survivor and stuff, they were good even then. But when they came out with Destiny Fulfilled, their stuff was on complete point. Like they had never sounded better. They had never looked better. They never sounded better. And I think that the time that they spent on their own, each of them doing different things. Michelle went to gospel, Kelly and Beyonce went to R&B music. Granted, Kelly wasn't as popular as Beyonce, but they all had solo careers going, and they grew together. They grew individually, and when they got back together, they were on point together as well. When they worked on each other, when they worked on themselves individually, when they came back together as a group, they were unstoppable. So I feel like if Fifth Harmony does take some time, and hopefully it's not going to be like a One Direction situation. I mean, they've been on hiatus for what, a year or two now? I mean, I feel like it's been that long because they've all been doing solo projects. But hopefully, they will come back together after like a year, maybe like take a hiatus after this album, take a hiatus, do some solo stuff, see, and build their own confidence. I feel like, it's been 5 years now, and they've developed kind of like a dependence on each other. Like they've become really dependent on one another. And don't shade over here. Don't come for Sister Michelle now. That's my girl. Don't do it. Don't do it. We just had the interview with Michelle now, talking about how it was kind of a difficult thing for her being in Destiny's Child and having to deal with everybody bullying her all the time. So we're not going to do that today. We're not going to. Don't come for my sister Michelle. Don't do it. I love Michelle. I love Michelle. I wasn't crazy about her voice, but I liked Michelle, and to me, she kind of helped. She was like the glue that prevented them from like breaking up sooner when she joined the group. Michelle Williams' voice sometimes reminds me of Camilla's, except it's better. Except, Michelle got real range and real technique, girl. Just saying. Don't come for Michelle. Don't do it. Quite honestly, I really don't think Fifth Harmony should come back unless they completely redefine themselves. If they take a hiatus. Yes, that's what I'm saying. If they take a hiatus, let's say they take a hiatus for a year. Okay, a year hiatus, they all agree, go their separate ways, do like the Destiny's Child thing, go their separate ways, work on themselves, become stronger by themselves, okay? And then come back once they have built themselves up, once they've, each redefined themselves, they come back, okay? And they're going to be stronger. Destiny's Child was for Beyonce. It wasn't Destiny's Children. Listen, I mean, we know that, but at the same time, you can't listen. We're not going to get into that because, I loved all of the girls of Destiny's Child. DC3 now. Let's be honest. DC3. I wasn't here for Farrah Franklin or whatever her name was, the drunk bitch. I wasn't here for her, and I also wasn't here for Latoya and Latavia. I thought they were twins at first when they was like Latoya and Latavia. And I'm like, are they twins? But then I saw them. I was like, oh, never mind. I think Normani just signed a solo deal. That doesn't mean Fifth Harmony is over. Where have you been? That's literally what we've been talking about for the past like 15 minutes. I'm not gonna shade you. I'm not gonna go in. Um, Adrian, though, but we've been talking about we started with that, and then we made it over to this, and they were asking me about how what I feel like each of them is gonna do. Latoya was my favorite. I actually like Latoya. Latoya, she's put out some solo stuff recently, and I actually liked what she had, and her voice actually sounds pretty good. And a couple of songs sound good too. So I'm actually kind of here for Latoya. I'm gonna retract my statement. Um, anyway, wait. Somebody said something. Just logged on, came from work. Oh, welcome. I didn't have work today. Uh. 2 more albums. They have to do 2 more albums with Epic. Okay, but is there like a time frame in which they have to do it? Because see, this is the thing I hate about these deals. Like they go on for years and years. Is that you have to do a certain amount of albums and make a certain amount of money in order to fulfill the deal and stuff. So you're not owing them a whole bunch of money back and stuff. I feel like they're not. I feel like they really need to just take a break and do some solo stuff on their own and come back stronger than ever. That's like really what they needed. I wish they had used this time more wisely that they had since Camila left. They all should have done some solo stuff and then come back because we're not going anywhere. Harmonizers, we're not going anywhere. We're going to still support them even after the group breaks up. I feel like, we're going to still support the girls in their solo endeavors and stuff. So they could have taken that break and then came back. Anyway, let me read what you got here. It seems like Don't Say You Love Me is going to be the next single. And I feel that if that one ain't going to do well, they are in trouble. Do you think that it's the one that can make a hit? I don't know. I don't know because I don't know. And it sounds good. I love Don't Say You Love Me. Um, but I'm not sure of how strong it will be as a single. Maybe it will because it definitely caters to that more kind of alternative pop scene that a lot of people like. I mean, it kind of it kind of reminds me a little bit of like an Ed Sheeran or Halsey kind of track. Like they could have done songs like that. So I feel like Don't Say You Love Me isn't good for a single. They had a hit with Angel. Everybody was looking at them like, what are they going to do now that Camila's gone? And now Work From Home was a hit. If they would have come back with Angel. Yes, missed opportunities. And that's our next thing. Missed opportunities. Okay. Angel should have been the single, not Down. Angel should have been the single. F everybody else who thinks about them in a negative way. In today's day and age, shock value is everything. Shock value is everything. And them coming out with Angel as an actual single and promoting Angel, they would have wrecked everything. Okay, it would have wrecked everything. I feel like been able to come through with that song. Like, I don't know. It just I don't know. It's a tricky kind of situation because I guess they were so used to their fans like in their other stuff that they just. But I feel like people just wanted more from them. I feel like more. They needed more, and Angel gave you what you needed. Maybe I'm missing something, but Camila doesn't seem that huge. Oh, here's the thing. Okay, people know Camila because she was always at the front of Fifth Harmony. And people say, oh, yeah, she was the girl who was the lead singer of Fifth Harmony, which obviously wasn't true, but let people think what they want to think. And somebody had the nerve to say, oh, Camila was the Beyonce. I said, in her wildest dreams, yeah, okay, so Camila definitely has a lot more buzz than the rest of Fifth Harmony. It's getting bad. I don't know why. Because They did. But the thing is, the reason why Camila is because she has a better team. Like, her team is really going in for her and getting her all the good. And they have the funding because Epic is going to give them more money to work with because there's a solo artist versus a group where they have to really pay a whole lot of money in order to keep it's hard to sustain a group, especially with a group of 4 or more. It's definitely difficult to keep up with them than a solo artist. I mean, it's just them and then their team. You got the team of each of the girls maybe has their own people and stuff. There's a lot that has to go into maintaining a group, sustaining a group, which is the reason why a lot of groups don't last long. But with Camila, you know, she's branding herself. Okay, she's doing really well with the branding, something that a lot of these other artists really are not doing well. Look at Tinashe should have been on almost, at least I want to say at this point, Tinashe should have been on, she should have been on B-Day level, or yeah, she should have been on like B-Day level Beyonce at this point, but she's not because her team is not giving her the right, that she needs a better team. Okay, and a lot of people need a better team. They support her no matter what. Yeah, no, they support her and then they fight against harmonizers because that's like the big thing. Camila versus harmonizers, and it's always going to be kind of like that because I mean, some harmonizers are still bitter, and then so Camilizers just think that like she's the best thing to ever come. She's the best thing to ever be created, ever, and I'm just like, I don't see it, but okay, it is what it is. I don't know. Right. Which the thing is, they do that all the time. They always do that. Whenever I see something that's about Camila and Fifth Harmony together, they're always making it out to seem like Fifth Harmony, like the 4 girls are bullying Camila, which is not true. I feel like neither side is really concerned with the other like that. Like it really, I don't know. Normani is going to be the one that I think is going to be a huge solo act, but don't sleep on Dinah. I think she's holding back. She's definitely holding back. We see sometimes she comes out, stupid fly. Shouldn't y'all be dead already? Damn. I feel like, you know, she definitely holds back a little bit. Normani, the problem is society. Camila, listen, I'm telling you right now, if Camila, and I don't want to make this about race, and I don't want to make this about color, but colorism is real, guys. It is real. And Normani being a dark-skinned Black woman, I feel like she is gonna get a lot of crap. She already gets a lot of crap. She's been getting crap since day one, which makes her the strongest member, in my opinion. She is the strongest member because she has to put up with bullying every damn day. It's always somebody calling her a damn gorilla. Always somebody like, you know, say, oh, that dark-skinned girl. That, like, I get sick and tired of seeing it, but it is what it is. But you know, I feel like it's making her stronger as a person, as an artist, and I feel like she's going to definitely have something for us when she comes out. But colorism is a real thing, guys, and I hate to even be talking about it. Me being light-skinned, I feel like it's going to be easier for me. Like, and it's more like for women, it's harder for women who are dark-skinned than men because you have a lot of dark-skinned men who are actually really big in media, but for women it's always difficult, and I feel like it's not even in my place to talk about it because I'm a light-skinned man. I feel like it's not like in my place to even speak on it, but I feel like I have to because it has to be put out there. You know, a lot of people thought that Camila and Lauren were white girls. They thought they were white girls because they have, you know, more Eurocentric features and they're like, you know, they have fair skin. And of course, Lauren has the daggone, you know, the green eyes. So people are already thinking that Camila and Lauren were white girls. And so, and like the one time, the I think it was one time my mom, she was looking, she's like, oh, I see the one black girl, like what all the other white girls in the group. I'm like, there are no white girls in the group. Like every single one of them is a minority. You know, you have three Latinas, you got one Samoan, she's Samoan, right? Oh God, that's horrible. And then one black girl. And she's like, oh really? She's like, oh wow, they're so light, and the one has the green eyes. I was like, yeah, but you know, that's the thing. Like what, like there are some there are a lot of Latinos, a lot of black people who are very fair skinned. I mean, I have a picture of me. My skin actually gets lighter than this sometimes, especially during the winter months when I'm not outside much. You know, it is what it is. But we can't turn a blind eye. Hold on. David said, I asked my coworker, who do you think looks best in 5H? And he said, anyone that's lights. Girl. That is beyond problematic. How do you fix yourself to say that? Anyone who's light skinned, how do you fix yourself to say something like that? And you said, my coworker, girl, I would file a suit with HR for daggone racism because it starts there. Listen, her clumsy, more innocent. That was a marketing strategy. Ooh, spill the tea. Spill the tea. Tea. Ooh, I know you didn't say it. I know your coworker said it. I know how to read. I was hooked on phonics. No, I wasn't. I never needed that shit. I was always really good reading. She doesn't have curves as much as the others, so it makes her stand out even more. Colorism is very real. Camila and Lauren were popular because they were white Latinos. People don't even know that Allie was Mexican. People got caught up in skin color. Race has a BS social construct. Mm-hmm. That is so true. And a lot of people don't see this. And I thought it was really interesting. If any of you saw like Scandal last week, it touched on something that is very, 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 very necessary. Okay. I don't know if any of you guys watched Scandal last week, but there was in the beginning of the episode, we saw Marcus, and he was in it was like Mexico or Cuba. It was Cuba because he got cigars and this was Cuban. So he was in Cuba, and you know, he was sleeping around with this lady who worked at the hotel or whatever, and he's like, oh, why don't you stay and stuff, and they're like, and the girl, she's like, oh, they're automatically gonna look at me being a black Latina and automatically call me a whore and stuff because I'm, you know, coming out of the hotel room with you. And he's like, well, I'm black. And she's like, well, you're a black from America. It's different. And it's necessary to point that out because colorism and racism lives everywhere. And a lot of people, like, even my mom said something about, oh, you know, racism is really bad in the country. I'm like, well, racism lives everywhere. And she's like, well, not as bad as here. I was like, yes, you'd be surprised at how many people are actually racist against their own people, against people of the same nationality. That's the thing. There's a difference between race and nationality now. There's a difference. Latino, that is a nationality. You know, where you come, you're Cuban, you're Venezuelan, you're, you know, Puerto Rican. That is a nationality. That is where your family's origin is. But your race, it's more of your phenotype. And I don't mean to get all scientific on you guys, but that is your phenotype, like what you look like physically. You know, a lot of people would probably, you know, because we have a cousin, and even my mom has very Eurocentric like features. The only thing that makes a little bit, you know, like more obvious that she's black is the fact that she's darker. But a lot of the family that I have, like back when, like my great grandmother and stuff, they looked like they were fair skinned, like the same complexion as Camila and Lauren, and they also had like Eurocentric features, like, you know, like like skinny, like pointy, like small nose and thinner lips and stuff, but they were mixed with black. But a lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people thought that, because my great great grandmother, she married a dark skinned man, I believe. I believe that's the way this is. She married a dark skinned man, and a lot of people thought that they were an interracial couple. A lot of people thought that she was a white woman dating a black man, and they even tried to arrest him for it. So I mean, the colorism is real and racism is real, and it lives everywhere. It's not just here. And so a lot of people don't get that concept, and they automatically think that, that it's not going to live over here because of, the Latinos. No, no, no. Like, let's be completely honest. It's everywhere. Okay, where are we looking? What are we looking? I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say Camilla's a beautiful girl. She is definitely pretty. She's definitely a beautiful girl. I wouldn't even say like any of them is more attractive than the other. Each of them has things about them that make them attractive to me, at least. I just, to me, like me, the most beautiful to me are Dinah and Normani. I just love that, like their bodies. I'm really attracted to like voluptuousness and curvy bodies. So I like Dinah and Normani the most. Although I have been checking Lauren. Lauren's booty has been looking really, really good lately in them bodysuits. I've been liking it. I've been liking what I see. Anyway, I see what I see why Ty is getting up behind that for a reason. Let me stop. Anyway, racism. Race was created to keep poor whites from joining blacks and Native American and gave poor whites someone to be over. Race is BS. It was made up by the system. That's a good point. Good point. It's a good point. It's a good point. But see, now, like, it's become so factioned now that we can't even live without it. As soon as we say, oh, that white girl over there, oh, that black guy. And so it's like, we can't even live without that structure anymore, because then, like, we need the labels. It's always about labels. Everything has to be labeled. So it's like, it is what it is. But when we start to ignore those kinds of things, though, that's when we're actually going to be able to move forward. And I feel like, if we're talking talent and definitely like personality alone, I want to say Normani would be the best solo artist, the best solo. But in this world, it may not happen because of her skin color, and that's really sad. But it's the truth. It's the truth, and it's sad. It's the sad truth. And it happens to a lot of art. Look at Kelly Rowland. I mean, poor Kelly Rowland. She tried to make herself, but her being a dark-skinned black woman, she's so beautiful, though. She is so beautiful. I love Kelly, and she's such a sweet person, like such a kind-hearted and down-to-earth person. But I feel like colorism is probably one of the reasons why she didn't become as successful as Beyonce. Definitely because of that. One of the reasons. Another reason is definitely her team wasn't as great back then as well. But I mean, it is what it is, and so many people go down that path where they're affected by this sort of a thing. There are other artists too, Jasmine Sullivan, Brandy is always, to me, I think she's a beautiful woman. I love Brandy, and I love like the shape of her eye. A lot of people like to go in on her eyes and stuff, and how they kind of look like different, and it's fine. But I think that part about her is so beautiful, and I don't know, and her smile and everything. And a lot of people like gave her a lot of crap, calling her all kinds of monkey and stuff earlier on in her career. And a lot of that, it weighs on a lot of people, and it breaks down their self-confidence. And it's part of the reason why, Brandy felt the need to really cover up a lot of the things that she probably wanted to do, and then she had to cover up a lot of things that she did because of that, and then because she knew that people, would probably turn their backs on her, turn their backs on her without a second thought. To add into the discussion, Maluma and Normani would have the most beautiful children, because light skin. not because of light skin, but they were too beautiful not to have a beautiful child. That's hilarious. But I see it. Um, yeah, me too. But S10 doesn't seem like they have a lot of people going with them. So, um, you know, do we know Normani's type? Not really. You know, she said that whole thing about Bonner. I feel like it was bullshit. I mean, I feel like she probably did have an attraction to him, but then she probably realized how boring he really is. I feel like he's so boring. Like he doesn't seem like that interesting at all. So I was just like, eh. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like she probably doesn't really have like a specific type. As long as the guy, and this is for me to her anyway. You know, as long as the guy is a stand-up guy and he's like humble and it's pretty much like the male version of Normani, I'll be fine. You know, as long as he's like a good guy, I don't care. You know, kind of what he looks like or anything. Like, you know, I feel like she's definitely going to be very selective about who she decides to date, and she's not going to just go for anyone. So I feel like everybody is like S10. Yeah, I heard that somebody on here said that earlier. Um, Bonner, I mean not Bonner. S10. I was looking at Bonner's name. S10 has ties with Rock Nation. I've heard that too, and a lot of people were on here saying that. Maybe interesting because Rock Nation is connected, I believe, to Jay Z. Oh, you know who was also just signed to Rock Nation? Jay Park. Oof. Can you imagine a collaboration between, but no, then again, because he loves black women, and I feel like it's gonna be a problem if he tries to scoot his short ass. If he tries to scoot up to Miss Normani, we would have to go in on him. Um, and I hope that he's not appropriating culture because I mean he usually like acknowledges all of the greats in hip hop before he goes on to like he's done that. So I'm gonna let him pass for that one. But anyway, I do know Lauren gets a pass from fans with her performances because she's beautiful. Lauren can perform, but she is lazy sometimes. I feel like she doesn't go full because of her sex appeal. Yeah, yeah, maybe, maybe. Uh-uh. People have been wanting Lauren and Normani to be a couple for way too long. I actually shipped them for a while. Like I definitely shipped Normani. That would be like the sexiest couple in the world. Can you imagine? Anyway, do you think Jay Park low key fetishizes black women? Some people feel like he does, but I'm not so sure. I think he might. I mean, he goes crazy over Tinashe, and he literally put her in one of his songs. So hold on, my uncle was calling me. Hello. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry guys. I've never even seen any pictures of Tyron. Lauren, and let's not put her together with any more white men. I'm sorry. We're not doing it. Machine Gun Kelly, he's irrelevant. And he also Water Gun Kelly. I feel like Tyron is probably adorable. I haven't seen any pictures of them, but I feel like they probably are. Again, yeah, as long as Lauren is happy, I'm happy. It is what it is. And people like to throw up his past all the time. Why do people do that? They always like throw his past because he's had a history of being a little problematic towards women and stuff, and people bring that up. But I'm just like, the people, it's hard for them to change, but it is possible for people to change for the right person. And so, it is what it is. React to the hits panel. Nope. I told y'all already, this is music only to any other videos. I did watch that hits panel and I thought it was funny. MK was one of my favorite rappers till he dissed the girls. I don't. And this is gonna sound a lot of people will call this reverse racism, which does not exist. Let's be clear. But I don't listen to a lot of white rappers simply because a lot of them are problematic and they don't even know it. And so I just don't do it. I just don't. I barely listen to a lot of Hispanic rappers. There's only a few that I listen to and I make sure that but it is, that is to say that a lot of them they misuse the culture and they like to use what they want from it, and then they don't really, it becomes really difficult to even explain. But if you see what I'm getting at, I'm not a fan of a lot of white rappers, and I know that there are quite a few. I'm not here for it. But that's just me, That's just me. But yeah, hopefully I see some pictures of them. Sorry about the monster. Stop it. I know Logic, but I don't care. And Logic is biracial. I forgot that he is biracial. I didn't know. Oh God, I didn't know who Machine Gun Kelly was either until he did the song with Camila, which I still don't like that song. Her voice just sounds really. My mom was like, "What is this?" She was like, "Am I out of my head? I'm just like, all right. Could you see Fifth Harmony ever headlining the Super Bowl? No, I don't see that. Oh God, y'all hear? What do y'all think about What do y'all think about Justin Timberlake? What do y'all think about Justin Timberlake headlining the Super Bowl this season? Listen, I don't know. And then now they're trying to say that Janet Jackson was never banned from the Super Bowl. That's bull. That is bull. I mean, I'm gonna do my own research and see what the hell actually went down. But I mean, you don't even have to say that somebody is banned for them to even think that they're banned. The fact that people were literally calling for her career to be over after that, I mean, it was pretty much made obvious that she was banned from the NFL. It just look. They trying to come out here with this. Oh, she was never banned. Oh, really? So you wait a whole 13 years. It's 2004. It wasn't that happened, right? You wait a whole 13 years to come out with something like that, with a statement like that, and say that. What kind of like really? NFL is such trash lately. Like I can't deal with them. What the? I can't even stop it. And granted, a lot of people were saying that, oh, it was planned because she had a pasty on. Regardless if she had one on, and she said there was supposed to be the cloth under it, but he ripped off the cloth and it was just left with the pasty. Regardless, the situation was, if they said it was an accident, it was an accident. One. Two, he's the one who ripped it off, so he should take at least half of the blame, okay? But he did not. And it just, ugh. And his music to me is not, it's not that great. Like he's had some hits, one of which he actually performed on that song. I forget what it is even called. Gonna have you naked by the end of this song. But like he had some hits, but I'm not checking for him like that no more. Like, what he gonna say? Suit and tie? What, he gonna bring Jay-Z up there and do Holy Grail? Like, I really don't know what he's really like. He puts on some good performances and stuff, but is anybody really checking for him like that? At least Janet got some new music and she has a whole tour going on right now, and it'd be a great way for her to promote her new tour if they bought Janet. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not really here for JT. Like, I liked his older music better. Yes, I will say that I liked his older music. They were trying to get Jay-Z. Oh, but they want to get Jay-Z though. Look, you can't have the whole Carter family. All right, you got to wait 20 years to get Blue. All right, that's what's gonna happen. All right, you're not gonna sit up here and take all the Carters. All right, you can't have them. They belong to the Beehive. All right, and whoever Jay-Z's fandom is called, I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know who they're called. Taylor Swift could have performed. You should have put that in quotation marks. You should have put performed in, whenever you put perform and Taylor Swift in the same sentence, add quotation marks. I don't know what's going on. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but I can see her doing it. It's probably because the NFL, they're trash and they all about into their white supremacy. That's all they care about. And then making, Black people the backbone of the NFL and not really giving them that much credit for it. A lot to say about the whole national anthem thing, and make it what it's not. I can see Ariana Grande, maybe, but she's still problematic. We need somebody who's not problematic up there. And Lady Gaga dropped the ball. Her being the person that she was, I thought she was gonna do something like extravagant. She literally like pushed her way through all of her hits, and then that was it. And then tried to go liberty and justice for all. I was just like, nah, man, that's not the business. I wasn't feeling like I like the performance was good, but she should have done more. And so she definitely dropped the ball with me. Do you think Nicki would do it? They would never ask Nicki. I feel like she would do it, but she wouldn't. She wouldn't. They wouldn't ask her. They wouldn't ask her because they know that she's not going to give a damn about anything that she puts up there. But I'm sick of Taylor Swift too. She needs to go. I've never liked Taylor Swift ever. Like, there was a one point in time where I was feeling a little bit of her songs, like what's it called, Trouble and stuff. But I moved on. I was like, one moment of weakness. How was Ariana problematic? I didn't know. I mean, they're not going to ask her. Like, I wouldn't say that she's completely problematic, but people are still hanging on to the donut licking situation and her saying that she hates America. And with the way that the NFL is being run by the stupid government, they're not going to ask her to ever perform for the Super Bowl anytime soon. I don't see it happening until maybe 2020. Just saying. Nikki would just whine and just talk. Well, she couldn't do that on the NFL. They wouldn't allow her to do that. Yeah, Rihanna would be interesting. I would actually love. Taylor Swift has always been average. Taylor Swift has always been average. She's never been all that. She's never been all that impressive, honestly. Like, she literally, like, and even with Kanye's line, "I made that you famous," I feel like partially, I mean, it's partially right. You know, nobody was really paying that much attention to her until she became the victim for the first time ever back on the VMA stage. Okay, nobody was really checking for Taylor Swift like that when she won that award until, you know, crazy black man comes up on stage and interrupts her speech. I mean, she literally made a career off of that whole situation, and people kept talking about it every single time Kanye West came up, or every time that Taylor Swift came up, and people are still talking about it to this day. That stupid situation with Kanye and Taylor, they bring it up all the time, and it was like, yeah, so stupid. But that's the thing now. You don't even have to be a good performer or a good singer to be number one. You literally just have to have a good team behind you and have a good gimmick. That's all it really takes. And that's probably the reason why it's going to be difficult for me to even break out onto the scene, because I don't have any crazy gimmicks or anything. I sing. I dance, I do what I gotta do. And I love music and I like making music. That's literally it. You know, there's nothing about me that's all that, you know, extravagant or anything, except for the fact that I keep it 100, you know, and I'm gonna probably keep the same. Like, I don't care if I meet you at some point. If I've talked about you on this channel, I'm not gonna feel any different when I meet you in person. Like, if I meet Taylor Swift, chances are I'm gonna be like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you," whatever. And if somebody asks me, "Oh, are you a fan?" No. If they ask me, "Oh, are you a fan of Camila?" No, I'm not. Are you a fan of Trey Songz? No, I'm not a fan of Trey Songz. I don't like Trey Songz like that. I don't listen to any of his music. And it's not a diss. It's literally just, and then that's another thing. People are going to be all extra sensitive about it. It's just the way that I feel about them. You know, if I don't like a specific artist, if I've never listened to a specific artist, I'm not going to pretend like I do. And that's what a lot of these people do out here. That's what a lot of these people do when they get out here and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm such a big fan." No, you're not. You know, you're sitting up there with probably one song of that artist, and it's probably like their biggest single, and you don't know anything about that person. I'm not going to be that person, okay? I'm not going to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm Ginger." No. I mean, we can get to know each other on a personal level, but if I don't like your music, I'm still not going to like your music, even if we become friends. I mean, it is what it is. I have to be completely objective with my opinions on music. Otherwise, me, myself, I'm not going to become a better artist because of it. But anyway, Demi or Ariana would be good. I feel like Demi doesn't have the clout. Demi does not have the, she doesn't have the pull that a lot of the other ones have. And honestly, not that many hits that have gone that like long. Okay, so yes, you're making a good point. The fact that we're discussing Taylor Swift now is the same reason she's so popular. Who doesn't know her or who doesn't have an opinion on her? On that note, moving on. No, we're not talking about her anymore. I'm going to let you guys get it out of your systems right now. We're moving on to the next thing. Missed opportunities. We kind of touched on it. I kind of touched on it with Brandy. And a good single versus a smart single. We also kind of touched on that a little bit too, because of bringing up the whole situation with Down versus Angel, and which would have made a better first single for the album. And obviously, the good single would have been Angel, but the smart single probably for them was Down because of all the success that Work From Home had. But you know, a smart decision because people, you know, affiliate Work From Home with Camila and with the 5-member group. And when you're now a 4-member group, I feel like you need to completely rearrange you have to completely reevaluate your entire career and kind of take a different path. Down should have never been released. It really shouldn't have actually seen the light of day. It shouldn't have been on the album at all, ever, because it made them seem like they were trying to hold on to the fame that they had gotten from Work From Home because it sounded so similar. I feel like if they went straight for the jugular and went and put out Angel, it would have been so much better. It would have been so much better. That would have had a lot more commercial success, and people would have been talking about them. People were talking about them when they released Down. I mean, people were over it after like the day of the release. I mean, it debuted at number two. It went to number two by the time it performed it on GMA, and sank right down to like number 40 at the end of the week. Like, it didn't last in the top 40 for very long at all, and it struggles to even be on Billboard. Like, I don't even think it's on Billboard right now. Like, that's how bad it is. Okay, it's not on the charts. I was just like, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense. But this is what happens when you have, these these rich white people deciding what group of minorities should do. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna keep it real. Like, they shouldn't have had any. I feel like they should have gotten the girls' input on what they wanted to put as the single. Granted, Gucci Mane is what makes that song better. To be honest, his part makes the song a little bit better. The only reason why I listen to the song now is because of Gucci Mane's part. That's it. Down doesn't have the vernacular that she thinks she possesses. Somebody lied to her several times and told her that she was fly, hot, and sexy and beautiful, and she's nothing like that. Stop it. Deliver would have done well. Deliver would have done pretty well. Yeah. And what they said about the album didn't match how the album was marketed. True. They really, like, all of their interviews, they're like, this album is nothing like we've done before, and we're gonna have a whole bunch of darker tones, and some like urban pop and R&B and stuff in it, and it's gonna be this and this and that. Like, you should have seen Lauren was going off with that, but then we got the album and we have songs on there like Down and Bridges and He Liked That, and I was just like, we were all expecting so much more, and I feel like they probably lost a lot of fans too from that, because we were all wanting more. Down isn't that bad of a song. It's pretty bad compared to the rest of the album. I'm gonna say that. Down on its own, if you put Down on 727, I would have been like, yes. But Down on this self-titled album, which was supposed to be their best album to date, and was also supposed to be like more of a darker tone Fifth Harmony, I needed it. And I needed a real, yes, ballads. I needed a real ballad too. The only thing that comes close to being a ballad is like Messy. And it's not even really a ballad. It's not, because it picks up. And Don't Say You Love Me as well. It picks up. They don't have one ballad on the daggone thing. It needed to happen. It needed to happen. We needed more. No, yes, no way it needed to be like, we needed a Who Are You? Yes, to be honest, Who Are You? A lot of people like to bag on Better Together, but Who Are You is actually a pretty good song. Especially like it was a feeling kind of slower tempo song that really showed it really showed their vocal ability. And I feel like there was not one song on this album that really showed it like that. It really showcased what they could do. Vocally like that. Like, there was no like really good harmony moments. There was some good harmony moments, but there weren't that really, those harmony moments that they used to have back in the day. Like, they used to have some really good harmony moments that really made them sound like Fifth Harmony. Granted, they can definitely harmonize, but they really have issues with it when it comes to putting these songs out. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know. I don't know. Some dark urban pop from Five Acres would have been great. Yeah, well, that's what they were doing. That's what they were doing. Yeah, we'll take Angel, Lonely Night, Deliver, Don't Say You Love Me. We'll take those and leave all of the other ones. Oh, leave all the other ones. We don't care about the other ones. I mean, Make You Mad I kind of like, but it still doesn't fit in with the other songs that are on the album. And I feel like David mentioned. Is it 5 songs or 4? Oh no, 4. Those 4 songs, definitely. No Way, No Filter, Angel. We know that dark R&B. Yes, yes. Those were their best vocal moments when they did We Know and No Way and No Filter. Definitely were some of their best vocal moments, and I feel like they kind of missed out on doing that in this album. There was not one. Again, there was not one ballad song. There was not one like really good R&B song on the album like that. That smooth R&B. Are you all right? Yeah, I'm okay. Okay. That's my uncle. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. I try to be fair as well as honest because it's really difficult to go through. Um, it was really difficult. It's really difficult to keep the healthy medium between being honest and being brutal at the same time, and also being fair. I try to be fair. Thank you, Jordan. What about Messy? Messy, it had the potential to be good. I feel like they should have left it where it was though. When they ended up putting the beat in it, I feel like it kind of went to a different direction and it could have been a little bit better. Going Nowhere could have been something. Going Nowhere was actually a pretty good song. I liked it. I liked the Lauren Let It, and her voice sounded really good on Going Nowhere, and so did Dinah's. So that was actually a pretty good song. Some album reviewers said it sounded like 727 because 727 had a lot of like tropic house vibes, and then this one did too. It was a lot of island, a lot of Caribbean going on. Messy, Don't Say You Love Me, He Liked That. What make Lonely Night, like they all had like and even Down had some like really like heavy tropic house and Caribbean vibes, just like 727 did. Yeah, so Flex and what else? I Lied and Gonna Get Better, and a lot of the same style was in that one. And so yeah, I can see why a lot of people I can see a lot of people saying that self-titled was like 727 part 2. Some people say Going Nowhere can't be performed because it's too high for them. Do you guys agree? In a way, they could perform it though. Like Ali leading a little bit in the chorus, or even Dinah leading the chorus, and then Lauren will always do the "You ain't going nowhere." She would do that part anyway. So I mean, they could start with Ali or Dinah, and then go into Lauren for that second part, like it's always been. Sugar Mama was R&B. Sugar Mama was like that southern twang R&B that I actually kind of liked. I liked Sugar Mama. It was a hot track. Although the lyrics could have been a little bit better. Although I liked Dinah's riff on that part. Oh, I forgot now. What'd she do? Oh my god, what did she do? Mm-hmm. My daddy said no, you ain't never for me. Not balling in that dope, but I'm paying for your things. Time's gotta change, boy, and please. Baby, can't you see? Oh, Yes, that's it. That's it. I was trying to remember the run that she did, but that was one of the songs I definitely fell in love with. I was like, oh, who did that little run? And I was like, oh, okay, that's Dinah Jane. All right. Um, oh God, they actually had some pretty good. Them Girls Be Like was a mess. I didn't like that song at all. Ugh, God, and the freaking Camilla's all, oh, ooh, oh, oh, hey, hey, that's what we be like. I couldn't stand it. I didn't listen to that song that much. Everlasting Love was a bop. Like Mariah should have been a single. No, no, I'm not trying to. Nope, I'm not trying to give Tyga any coins. Nope. Mm-mm. It would have been great without Tyga. Trying to sing what? Oh yeah, at the end of the yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, I remember that. A little rough, Lord. I'm ready for the BTS and Little Mix collabs that Epic probably won't allow. BTS and Little Mix are gonna. That would be interesting. That would be really interesting if they did. But no. Do you guys remember the little dance freestyles they would do like to like Mariah? Oh God, no, those were so bad. Her runs are good, but she overdoes them sometimes. I feel like it seems like she's overdoing it because she kind of is to make up for the fact that she really didn't get a lot of lines in seven in reflection. I feel like it was kind of her trying to make up for the fact that she really doesn't sing that much, and you kind of have to give it where you can. I'm just saying. No 5H and Little Mix and BTS and 5H collab. Oh, I feel like that would be a little bit much. And what the hell are they even gonna sing together? I mean, granted, BTS can sing a little in English. But they're gonna do like an English Korean song, kind of like. Uh, oh God, that reminds me of when Girl Generation did The Boys in English, and then they had a version with Snoop Dogg. Oh God, he's like, first of all, most of y'all. I'm like, what in the world is going on? I was not expecting to see him on there. I was just like, really? I mean, I guess get your coins whenever you can. Uh, but that was a mess. Little Mix music is too bubblegum pop for me. A lot of it is. Although I will say Power goes hard. I like Power. They want to live together. I thought Touch was one of their hits. Just the touch of your life is enough to your body. Just a touch of your life. Beyonce used to overdo her runs and riffs. I remember that. Well, that was when she had to prove herself. See, Dinah's still at the proving herself stage, and she hasn't even gone solo yet. So, you know, but yeah, Beyonce's runs used to be crazy. I remember that one she used to do in Crazy in Love. I was she used to go all the way up the scale. All the way up the scale. I used to love that. What is Kid Ink even doing right now? Oh, excuse me, I'm starting to get sleepy. I have to eat something. How long have I been going now? I'm like, I gotta check this thing. Just because it wasn't big enough. And that's another thing you have to really realize. And that's the thing. A lot of Americans are just really, hold on. A lot of Americans are really arrogant, and they think that just because a song doesn't chart in the US doesn't mean it's not charting everywhere else, and that only US charts matter. No, all charts matter. Okay, calm down. And this is the only situation in which all something matters. Don't try to clock me for saying that. But every country matters when it comes to your success. And honestly, when you chart in the UK and when you're making UK money goes further than this. Making a million euros is so much more than making $1 million. Okay, I'm just gonna put that out there. I'd rather make all my money in the UK than here. Just saying, because actually, is it pounds? They're doing pounds, but just European money altogether is a lot more than American money, and I'd rather make my money over there than over here. Just just gonna put that out there. So I mean, you're gonna make the bank regardless. I need for Normani to ad lib more. She needs the precision in order to ad lib. I feel like she lacks the precision to do it like really well, but she's getting there. I'm waiting for her to do I Lied. Americans have horrible taste. Billboard 100 is proof. Listen, I've been saying this for years. Why do you think I went to K-pop? Like back in 2009, why do you think when I found K-pop, I was like, oh yes, this is me. This is what I'm listening to for the next like 5 years. And it's been 8. Are you gonna listen to this Thai song that he made with Lauren? Yes, I am. I'm gonna make it a video. Reminding me is confidence. Check all of my other videos. Check my videos that I made a long time ago when I was doing the 727 tour, when they were like going through when they were going through Asia. I made a video. It was to I Lied, I believe, and I was talking about her confidence, and all through her journey on Dance with the Stars, I was talking about that as well. So, if you want to if you haven't been with me that long, definitely go check those videos out because I do talk a lot about confidence, Normani's confidence. They really killed her in the X Factor days as well. Yeah, I heard about that because you see, I wasn't like watching X Factor, so I didn't really see much of them. I just knew that they were in it. But I did hear a lot from a lot of harmonizers and people who have been following them from the beginning that she had to deal with a lot on X Factor as well, and they kind of like tore her down and call her like the least talented member of the group and stuff. And it's just because not just, and it's obviously, yes, it's the race thing again, but it's also because she doesn't fit into everybody else's idea of what a good singer should sound like. Come with screaming and stuff all the time. Like the screaming is not singing. There's a difference. There's a big difference between screaming and singing. A lot of artists, a lot of your faves too, do a lot of screaming, and it does not sound good to the ears at all. Demi Lovato is Exhibit A. Okay, Exhibit A. Miss Demi Lovato. I mean, she's almost always screaming. Always. It's like every performance that I watch, she's always kind of screaming, and that's the reason why I don't listen to her often. Like I don't listen to her that much because it's But the thing is, okay, so she was strong in the X Factor, and then her confidence went down. Mm-hmm. A lot of artists do not have breath control. True. A lot of them do not. And a lot of them don't even do a lot of dancing, so it doesn't make any sense. The thing about me, like, once I get my sinuses under control, because even right now, like, I'm completely congested. As soon as I get that under control, my breathing will be so much better. Even right now, I struggle a little bit with the breathing, and I have to clock myself when I'm in the studio because you can hear a lot of my breathing, and that's not good. And a lot of people a lot of people, you can hear their breathing on tracks, and you really shouldn't. Okay, if we dial it back to like 1998 or 7, whenever Whitney Houston did the song with Mariah Carey for the Prince of Egypt soundtrack. Y'all remember the song "There Can Be Miracles"? That song is probably one of the best songs ever made. I love that song. But anyway, Whitney's verse, you could tell that she had been doing the drugs and stuff at that point, because her breathing was just so bad. She's like, many nights I prayed. I'm like, oh no. Like, she sounded like Dinah when she's dancing. Like, it was actually probably worse than that. But a lot of people don't know where the breath, like where you're supposed to, or how you're supposed to breathe. And you're not even really supposed to really breathe that much through your mouth. A lot of times we do the ha and but it's not, it's here. I learned when I was in this course that you actually are supposed to kind of breathe through your nose more. You're supposed to breathe through your nose, inhale through the nose, let it fill up the area around like your like abdomen, and then start to let it go and stuff. That's the reason why I can speak so fast and speak a lot in one breath, because I breathe like that. I breathe through the nose and out through the mouth. Recently, I've had to breathe more through the mouth because everything here is blocked. But once I, once I get all that cleared out, I'll be good to go. And of course, I'm gonna do some more training as well. But I need to get myself together, so I'm not out here looking like these fools. Just saying, I can't do it. I can't do it. Anyway. Oh yeah, Lauren had a bout with the breathing. In No Way. I know you don't anymore. By the look on your face. Say when it rains it pours. You can tell. Like, my mom even noticed that. She's like, what's up with her breathing? My mom, she goes in on all the artists that I listen to. She goes in. She's like, why is she breathing like that? She's like, she needs to work on her breathing. I'm like, yeah, I know. But that's when we started figuring out that she had issues with it. And that also comes from the weed and the smoking or whatever. You got to be careful. I want Normani to work with an operatic vocal coach. I think if she can gain the control to sing arias like Mon Susurro Tabo, it will help so much. Okay. What the hell? Oh, yeah, that's obvious. I used my account today. It told me that my account, girl, I got $4.21 left in my account. Hurry up. Let me get paid tomorrow. I get paid tomorrow, thank God. But getting these messages, Bank of America don't play. They will tell you when your account goes up, oh, your account is at $4.21. Your account has been overdrawn. Your account, you recently tried to withdraw money from, there was recently some activity on your account that was not recognizable. Please answer this text with yes if you recognize these transactions. And they be up on top of it because they know that people have had issues with Bank of America. Bank of America's had so many issues with people stealing money and stuff from the inside and stuff. So they had to really up their security. Listen, I can't touch any of the money, any of the other money that I make. I can't touch it. So me sitting up here with $4 on my account, it really hurts me. And I know that I have money over there, but I can't touch it, because if I touch it, then I know I'm going to be into it. And then when it's time for me to go off and do my stuff musically, I'm not going to be able to do it. So I can't touch any of that money. I can't touch it. The money that I make from the shows and stuff that I've been doing over like the past couple of years, I can't touch any of that stuff, any of it at all. So it is what it is. Bank of America, VA, always go with credit unions. Girl, I'm not trying to open all the credit though, because you got to pay that money back. I'm not trying to pay that money back. At least making cash, like I make cash. Okay, we're not. I got a credit card, but it is what it is. My Penn State has its own credit union, which I was almost about to use for a loan one time, but I opt out of it because I'm like, I'm not trying to pay that money back, even though part of it does come out of my the tuition. See, part of the tuition goes into the credit union. It's only like a few dollars every semester. a few like $100 or so every semester that goes into doing the credit union. But I'd rather not, because I see my mom, she goes into her credit union sometimes because her job has their credit union, and she goes in there sometimes like when we have to take like big trips or something, or we really need the money, the cash or whatever. She goes into credit union and sees what they got for her, like a few $1,000s or something. But I stay away from credit union. Not about to have me 400. My score has definitely gotten better over the years, but me paying off the cars honestly was helping the credit. But the student loans are not. Like there was something wrong with the payments, and I wasn't actually getting the documentation and stuff, and so they let me go like a few months without paying. Anyway, I'm on a plan now, but it is what it is. Like, you gotta make sure you pay your bills. Excuse me, it's important. My mom's job's credit union lets people get her money. Oh no, that's not good. That's the tricky thing about credit unions. Like, it's a credit union, as in like everyone has access. What the hell? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm checking because I gotta make sure that I can get into this thing. This is some bull crap. Anyway, no. No, credit unions don't have fees for saving the checking account. Just don't do pay advances. Oh, yeah. That's right. I'm thinking about the bank credit union banking with loans and stuff. Forget about that. I don't live near credit unions. I'm not trying to bank with a credit union either right now. It's easier to just put the money in the account. But anyway, enough of the financial speak. I feel like I'm gonna close this video up now. But they're acting like the other girls can't sing in Spanish. Like, they've done it. Like, que bailes conmigo hoy. I mean, each of them, they had a smaller part, of course, but each of them can kind of hold their own Spanish a little bit. And then they've done like a lot of their songs in Spanish. And I feel like they should have left. Listen, who are you more excited about? 112's new album, Sammy or Maya? Maya. I never really cared for Sammy, and 112. The thing is, they've had lots of good hits and songs and stuff, but I just can't get with what is his name? We mentioned him in the last live stream too. What the hell is their lead singer's name? Oh my god. I know y'all know because we talked about it before. What is the lead singer of 112's name? I'm waiting. What the hell? Oh, okay. Slim. That's it. God, his voice is irritating. His voice is so irritating. So I'm not excited about them coming back, but I am excited about Maya. I love Maya. I played her song. They flagged my video too. Well, they didn't flag it, but they did a copyright claim because I played her song at the end of my video. Whatever. Universal Music Group needs to sit down. The Camila of 5H Slim. My voice is unique. And stop it. Slim's voice was very irritating. And somebody did make the connection. Someone was like, yeah, Camila is the Slim of 5H. I was like, stop. That was so bad, but I mean, I'm looking shady today. Not while my hair looks like this. I gotta get my hair together and then I can drag some people. Because I ain't trying to have somebody come for my hair now. It's rough. It actually doesn't look that bad in the camera, but it's rough. It's pretty rough. Like I gotta get my hairline done. The good thing though about my hairline is that it doesn't get like extra crooked or anything. It just because my hair grows in on the sides, like really like it's like kind of curly but thick at the same time. It's like it gets irritating, and then I don't know. It's just a mess. So I gotta cut this all down and that, and then I'm gonna dye it like well, I'm not doing a permanent dye. It's like a temporary dye for the party. I'm gonna do a temporary dye with like some bluish, like steel looking blue. That's gonna be cool. I like Slim's voice more than Camila's. Oh, oh, oh. I do too. Actually, no, I just can't take either of them. I can't. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna close it up here. We are going to close up the live stream today. We had a pretty good discussion about a lot of things. We talked mostly about Fifth Harmony. I wanted to talk a little bit about other artists too when we talk about missed opportunities, because I really wanted to get on Brandy and her 211 album, but I guess we can save that for another time. I will make it mostly about the other artists that I wanted to discuss today. The next time I do a live stream, I'm probably going to do a live stream when I go to oh shit. Okay, I'm probably going to go to another live stream when I go to New York, when I'm like at the hotel or whatever. So you guys can see that, and then I'll be like hanging out with my friends too. So it'll be a good time. So look for another live stream probably on Saturday afternoon, maybe. I don't know when we're actually going to get there, or maybe Sunday morning. I don't know. I don't know how our schedule is going to be, because once we get there, hopefully we're going to leave in the morning so that we have time, first of all, to get into New York City on a weekend. And also, actually, weekends are not that bad in New York. They're not that bad, unless there's something like really big going on. Yeah, so we're going to see about that. And I hope you guys join me for that as well, because it'll be on the weekend. There shouldn't be any reason why you guys shouldn't join me on a weekend for a live stream. Anyway, yes, I'm definitely going to be posting some more Little Mix. I'm actually going to record another one tomorrow. Look in my archives, because I definitely recorded a couple of other Little Mix videos like a few months ago. I just never got around to doing, because at the time other artists were coming out with new stuff and I was more concerned with them than Little Mix. But I'll just record some new ones from some newer performances from like maybe the Get Weird tour. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great night. It's I mean, the sun is going down. Anyway, yep. Bye-bye.